All right, today we're going to be doing analysis on KDA, Kadena, however you pronounce that. Shout out to Warren for the suggestion. If you want me to do analysis on any altcoins, leave suggestions in the comments. I will try to get to as many as I can. Again, please recommend coins that I can do analysis on the weekly time frame. If there's only this much data for a coin, then I'm probably not going to look at it. But if it's been around for a while, if I can do proper analysis on it, then I'll probably check it out. So KDA definitely has been around for a little bit here. It went on a bull run in 2021. I like to see that. That gives me, at least an all-time high that I can target towards. Give me, a general idea of the kind of setups I could look for. Even if it doesn't hit all-time highs, which, I try not to assume any of these altcoins have to hit all-time highs, but, it is a logical target, at least a logical final target for a lot of these altcoins, and KDA is very low right now. It's a 20x or more to get to its all-time high, or at least the high of the 2021 bull market. Now again, I don't know what any of these altcoins do. I don't pay attention to fundamentals. I trade the technicals, I trade charts, and I mean, I have to say, at least looking at the weekly time frame, I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing with KDA off the bat in terms of money flow, in terms of momentum. We're seeing a nice buildup. Money flow is, kind of trucking towards the zero line. It looks like it wants to cross over. Just because it's on a, war path to cross over the zero line doesn't mean it's necessarily going to, but it's looking pretty good. You have the nice overall curvature. You have the very aggressive move to the upside recently. Even had like a little local curvature here, and it looks like it wants to cross over here pretty soon. So money flow is looking good. Momentum is looking good. Good direction here. You could maybe extend this trend line out and say, okay, if momentum does come back down below the zero line, hopefully it holds this kind of trend line. Maybe it just prints a trigger wave, and maybe that can give continuation if this gets a retracement. But also maybe it just starts pumping if the weekly money flow crosses over, if things in general in crypto remain bullish, and if altcoins keep pumping, there's a good chance this may just start to blast off soon. Now, one thing that I'm not super fond of with this is the fact that we technically have not broken weekly market structure yet. We tried to. We tried to break the last weekly lower high right here, but it was only a wick. We SFP'd it. And from there, we got a retracement. Now it looks like KDA is trying to push up to the highs again. So if we can close now above the wick of the SFP, I will consider that a weekly bullish break. And looking at this right here on the weekly, I'm assuming we had a daily bullish break, but we'll check that out when we go down time frames. But I would say I personally prefer to look at altcoins that had broken weekly market structure. Doesn't mean that you can't look at this. A lot of people accumulated well before we broke weekly market structure. This is kind of like the accumulation zone. But I personally like to wait for those very clear confirmations, and I think closing a candle, significantly above this point here would, be a pretty solid signal. Like, hey, we're flipping weekly market structure to bullish. There's a good chance we can, start tackling some of this inefficient price action over here. And with the weekly money flow looking so bullish, if we do get a weekly bullish break, then I don't think there's much stopping it from tackling some of this resistance that we have up in this area and, potentially going higher. And the way I play altcoins, I like to have some kind of a local setup to where I can, take profits at a reasonable target, and the stop loss doesn't matter. Let's just say we're risking 100%. But let's just target this little range up here, which has this inefficient price action leading up to it. If I was just targeting there, that is a 3x. So, if you put in $10, then by the time we get up here, it'd be worth $30 because, a 100% move is a 2x, 200 is 3x. So, I like that. I think if it breaks weekly market structure, the trade setup that I'd personally be looking for would be, some kind of a retest for continuation. And my first target would probably be somewhere up around this area, somewhere around a 3x from my entry. Maybe it's not exactly there. Maybe I just enter as soon as it breaks, and then I got to target a little bit higher, whatever. But that's how I approach altcoins. I like to have local setups. I like to de-risk my trades, meaning I'll probably take out my original capital somewhere up in this area, and then I'll just let the rest ride. I'll have a bag of KDA. Now looking at the daily time frame, first let's see if we got a daily bullish break. That is, yeah, definitely a daily bullish break. So this is a lower high, and it looks like we just put in the lower low here. We didn't make another lower low there. Not that it matters, but we are clearly in a daily uptrend. So we are in a daily uptrend at the moment. We are not in a weekly uptrend yet. And like I said, I would prefer to wait for the weekly bullish break. And, prices pumping up towards its, break of structure point. It's technically weekly lower high because it got extended up to this wick because of the SFP. And I mean, daily money flow is starting to come out. Daily momentum is putting in lower highs from this wave. We just put in a local higher high, so maybe that doesn't matter too much. But with the money flow coming out, that makes me a little bit concerned that if we come up to this high right now, that it might just be another SFP. So, I personally will not be, jumping the gun as soon as we touch this high, because what happens if it's just another situation like this? I want to wait for the confirmation. I want to wait for the weekly close. Ideally, it's well above this high. And at that point, I don't think the daily money flow matters too much, because even if it does retrace from there, based on market structure, should just make a higher low for a higher high. So, I will probably be watching the daily time frame when this happens. If things look weak as we're breaking market structure, then I'll probably wait for a deeper retrace. But we've seen plenty of times where money flow starts to come out, but then it just kind of finds support in the red and then starts another aggressive move to the upside. So that very well could happen as well. Maybe we don't get this deep of a retrace. And using the 4-hour to judge the daily, we are seeing an aggressive move to the upside with money flow. It is putting in a local higher high here. Very, quick move to the upside. It's like a parabolic move. It is, continuing to curve to the upside. So that is a promising sign that maybe the daily money flow has found some kind of support here. It did get a little move into the red. Maybe that's all it needed, right? Maybe this little dip into the red was all that it needed. Now maybe it can start another, trek to the upside. And aside from that, I don't think there's a whole lot else to talk about. Yeah, personally, I'm just waiting for the bullish break. And once that happens, I can start planning out potential swing setups, potential spot setups. We'll see what things are looking like if and when we break bullishly, which I think we probably will eventually with the weekly money flow, really looking as bullish as it is. So yeah, that's kind of my outlook on this right now. All right, thank you everybody for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, leaving a comment. All that helps to support my channel. Leave suggestions for altcoins in the comments. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video.